How to recover data from virtual disk files. Virtual disk files are files that simulate the behavior and functionality of physical disks, such as hard drives, CDs, DVDs, etc. Virtual disk files can be used to create virtual machines, backup data, encrypt data, mount disk images, and more. However, virtual disk files can also be deleted, corrupted, or damaged by various factors, such as malware attacks, power failures, hardware failures, human errors, etc. When this happens, you may lose access to your important data stored on the virtual disk files. Fortunately, there are ways to recover data from virtual disk files using different methods and tools. Here are some of them. Use a data recovery software. One of the easiest and most effective ways to recover data from virtual disk files is to use a data recovery software that supports various virtual disk formats, such as virtual hard disk, VHD, Hyper-V virtual hard disk, VHDX, virtual disk image, VDI, virtual machine disk, VMDK, etc. For example, you can use EaseUS Data Recovery Wizard, Stellar Toolkit for Data Recovery, AnyRecover, or Recovery Tools Virtual Drive Recovery to scan and recover your lost or deleted data from virtual disk files. These tools can help you recover data from formatted, corrupted, or inaccessible virtual disk files with a few simple steps. Check your backups. Another way to recover data from virtual disk files is to check your backups. If you have created backups of your virtual disk files using Windows Backup and Restore, File History, or other backup tools, you can restore them to a previous state and access your data again. You can also use backup tools that are designed for virtual machines, such as Veeam Backup and Replication or Acronis Backup for virtual host. Scan your file storage for a lost virtual disk image. Sometimes, you may accidentally delete or lose your virtual disk image file from your file storage device, such as a hard drive, USB flash drive, external drive, etc. In this case, you can use a file recovery software to scan your file storage device and look for the lost virtual disk image file. If you find it, you can recover it and then mount it using a virtualization software or a disk management tool. Mount and scan your disk image using specialized software. If your virtual disk image file is corrupted or damaged and cannot be opened by your virtualization software, you can try to mount it using a specialized software that can handle corrupted or damaged disk images. For example, you can use Disk Internal's VMFS Recovery to mount and scan VMware VMDK files or Disk Internal's Linux Reader to mount and scan Linux-based VHD or VDI files. Once mounted, you can use a data recovery software to scan and recover your data from the mounted disk image. Install the data recovery software inside the guest operating system. If your virtual disk image file is accessible but some of the data inside it is deleted or lost, you can try to install the data recovery software inside the guest operating system of the virtual machine. For example, if you have a Windows-based virtual machine running on VirtualBox or VMware Workstation player, you can install a Windows-compatible data recovery software inside the virtual machine and scan the virtual disk for your lost or deleted data. These are some of the ways to recover data from virtual disk files. Depending on the situation and the type of virtual disk file you have, you may need to try different methods and tools to get your data back. However, it is always recommended to create backups of your important data regularly and store them in a safe location to avoid data loss in the first place.